Hi, this is Ron Gannett here in Saddlebrook, Arizona. And as we approach the end of the year and begin a new one, it's a time for soul searching and reflection. And I don't know about you, but often I look back over the past year and I have maybe some questions, even regrets, and think, I could have done that better. But as I approach the new year, I love the example of the Apostle Paul in Philippians chapter 3, where he's talking about his past and how he was a great Jewish zealot who persecuted the Christians. And then he flips. At the end of the chapter, he says, now my ambition is to make Christ known. And I think, God took his weakness and turned it into a strength. God took his failure of persecuting the Christians and turned him into one of the greatest proclaimers of the gospel that the world has ever known. How did he do that flip? How did he make that happen? Well, it's interesting. He says here, this one thing I do, forgetting what is behind, I strain ahead. I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which Christ has called me heavenly. My friends, God flips us, and often the future is a redo of the past. He takes our past failures and uses them as a stepping stone into the future. And just like God did that with Paul, God can do that with you. Look back over the last year and ask, what was your failure? Maybe your failure was the way you used your mouth in criticism or vulgar talk. Maybe God wants to use your mouth now, that ability to chat and to talk, to be a proclaimer of the gospel. I had a dear friend who died, but his dad became a zealot for going to the hospitals to visit other families that had children that were sick. God took his pain and turned it into the progress of the gospel of Jesus Christ. This, as the new year approaches, let's reflect. Let's think about the past, the question marks, the failures, the pressures, and say, God, I want you to flip those into strengths in me for your glory. And my friend, I believe that the God who changed the Apostle Paul can take your failures and turn them into strengths for his glory.